I say every day, y'all say love every day. Love. Every day. Love.
Sister, sister, tell me what you need and I got you. Teach me, I teach you. Show me what you know and then I show you. Get your queen on. Yeah, I got a shoulder you can lean on. Assignment, understood. Now tell me what's the T on womanhood.
What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, Karina Houston, on the WomanHood, presented to you by Everyday Love TV. And today's topic is about the best hood, which is what, ladies?
Motherhood.
Motherhood. So let's kick it off, ladies. And we have a future mother here, but we have a little queen here. Ladies, tell me who you are and what you do. Who wants to go first?
Okay, since I was nominated,
Mother.
I am Jamaica. I am Lady London's mother, known in these streets as the BPG. I'm the CEO and founder of the Inspirational Station, and also the CEO and founder of a nonprofit organization that meets the right now need, BPG Ministries.
Let's go.
Yes.
Hi, beautiful people. I am Peace Beretta, also known as Jamaria. I'm the owner of Healthy Edges. I'm also the owner of Clear Conscious, which is a wellness studio. We're located in Southwest Houston. And first and foremost, I am a beautiful mother of 3 darling girls.
Oh, it's awesome.
Hello, I am Lady London, and I am the CEO and founder of I Am So Icy Creations.
I love it. Go, girl. I love it. Love it, queens. So, my mothers, tell us and tell me, because I'm going to be a future mother, hopefully.
Okay.
What is it like being a mother? How would you describe that to me? Because I get up when I want, go to sleep when I want. Like, you know, what's it
Being
like?
a mother, time waits for no one.
Okay.
Honestly, all I can say is when it comes down to being a mother, sacrifice. Your children comes before any and everything.
Okay.
At the end of the day, God blessed me with these beautiful babies. Their lives is in my hand. So before I make any decision, I want to consult with Him before I do anything to make sure I'm making the right move in their life. So it's about making those sacrifices, but knowing first and foremost that those children are not our children. So before we make any moves, we must consult with our Father first and then start our journey.
Okay, so sacrifice. I got that. Okay, I can do that.
Yes, a lot of sacrifice.
Yes.
I am the mother of 5 beautiful, awesome, sometimes getting on my nerves children. I'm also the grandmother of 3.
No way.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on, man.
Yes, ma'am. Black don't crack. Okay.
Good.
And
Self-care.
I would honestly have to say it's a learning experience. There's no handbook to motherhood. There's no handbook to parenting.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me. A lot of the times I was scared, told about previous things with grandparents and my parents, you know, saying certain things would happen, but they never told me about the heartbreak. They don't always stay young. They grow up. And they want to experience life for themselves. And so I would say, you know, it's an everyday learning experience.
Yeah.
When you get to having more than one child, no child is the same. You
Wow.
have to actually handle each one differently.
Yes.
Each child will have a different personality.
Yes.
Wow.
And like my sister here, my baby said, there's a lot of sacrificing. You know, you don't have any sick days. You know, you can't clock in and clock out.
Yeah.
It's 24/7. So you want to make sure that when venturing into the next level or the journey of motherhood, you want to make sure you really have everything together.
Yes.
But at the same time, be ready to experience things that you've never dealt with before
Right.
and face it with no fear. But as a learning experience, I'm 46 with 5 children. My oldest is 26, and I'm still learning every day. I'm learning how to let go.
Wow.
As
Yes.
a mother.
Yeah, you said the
Yeah.
heartbreak. Oh
Mhm.
my
Yes.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you said 5, you said 3.
3.
So how do you get to know your children's personality? How can you love different personalities? Like how do you go about doing that?
So me personally, I can say that COVID really hit the nail on the head.
Mm-hmm.
My babies are 5, 6, and 8, so they're younger.
Wow.
But because I was a young mother early, I became a mother at 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So because I was a young mother early, it required me to be out there in the field, and I was a single mother, getting it. And then I still had to come home and be a mom and provide, be their best friend, be their doctor, be their nurse, be their cook. Like, it was so many hats and so many layers that now are on my crown.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to focus and juggle, who am I in the midst of trying to figure out who these children are.
Right.
And that's why I said it's key to making sure you have a relationship with God, because he's going to help to align you with the right tools and the right prescription to be able to give that formula to those children so that they can become and be molded and cultivated what God wants them to be, not what you want them to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What you got, Mom? Different
Okay.
personalities. 5?
5, yes.
5.
Actually, you know, I'm real talk all day long. So in growing up, I just allow my children to be themselves, to go out and experience. You know, I ask them questions, and of course, my personality is out there, so I didn't expect anything less. But I got more than what I bargained for, because it's just the different journeys, and with the new era and the new millennials here now, times are different. So what I may have considered conservative is old fashioned to them now.
Yes.
You know, or my going out and doing is like mild to them, you know, and so I just encouraged them to be different. I encouraged them, you know, I stood behind them now. I corrected them when they were in error to get back. Now, hold on, you don't have to wear that. That's not it.
Right.
But there's different ways to still show. Even to this day, my second daughter is 22, and she calls me, and if I see something on Facebook or Instagram that's not
Let's go.
you know, I encouraged her, the rest of them, to be who they are, be unique. But, you know, somebody's always watching you.
Mother's love.
I love that you said that.
Yeah.
There was a quote on, I believe, Instagram that was saying, it's nothing more than that second child that will be able to test your game.
Yes.
Test your gangster. I'm the
Oh,
second.
yes.
I know. I love you, Mom.
Oh, yes.
I'm the gangster.
My second daughter, she's the one. Madison, she will test that
Yeah.
gangster. She's the challenger, but I've allowed myself to see me
Yeah.
in her,
Yes.
and it has helped me to become a better parent,
Yeah.
because those were the same things I cried out when I was younger, because I felt nobody understood me. I felt nobody saw me. I felt no one heard me. So when she starts to move a certain type of way, and it's reminding me of my inner child, I'm like, okay, baby, let's sit back down. We got to go back to the drawing board. We may need a new prescription. Okay, God, what do you need me to do?
Yeah, I like that. And like I said, it's encouraging them to be who they are,
Yes.
but still having that rain on them. You know,
Yes.
like, hey, all right, we ain't going to be out here looking crazy.
Yes.
Right.
Like my mother used to tell us, we're going to be on the same page.
Yes.
But
Yes.
that was one thing that was important to me, that she allowed me to be myself, you
Yes.
know, and I feel like that's a part of the success. So, Miss London, how would you describe your mom? What kind of mom is she?
Don't answer.
Look, you can tell us it's a safe space. No, I'm just kidding.
Give it
How
to
would
her.
you describe your mom if we didn't know her?
She's special. She's sweet. She's kind. She's a helping person. She's loving.
The flip side of all that.
I do stuff, that makes her a little nervous.
It's okay. You learning. You learning.
Test
But
my
I
case.
learn back, but
Testing that gangster.
I get on her nerves just a little bit. Just a little bit. She still loves me, and I love her for that.
That's good. That's good. What's something that you think your mother does that's different than other mothers?
Anything other than the running in the mouth. Yeah, not that part.
Don't let it influence you.
Not
That's
that
your
part.
question. What's something that your mom does different?
She prays hard.
Oh, that's a good
She
one.
prays. I would say she prays harder than any. I can definitely say that.
Than
She
anybody.
prays every day.
And so now you know about God and Christ as you go into schools, right? So you able to tell your friends about it, right? Tell them about them.
Through challenges, she asks God what He wants her to do, and He shows her, and she does it, and she gets Jesus helping him through it, and sees His hand over everything.
Come on,
Yes,
mama.
yes,
That's a good mama.
yes,
You raising that
yes.
one. You raising that one. I love it. I love it. All right. So what's something, my mothers, that y'all had to actually learn? Maybe that you already thought you knew about motherhood. Maybe somebody told you this is how it's going to go. What's something y'all actually had to learn when you stepped into motherhood?
That my child is not my child.
Oh,
Because growing up,
yeah.
I was my mother's child.
Okay.
So whatever she says goes, however she says goes, you better not question it.
Yeah.
You better not,
Yeah.
if you're feeling some type of way, you better mumble under your breath, but you better not let her hear.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
That's the way that I grew up.
Same,
And
yeah.
so going into motherhood, I tried to take that same identity and place that into my church or my household, and God was like,
That ain't gonna work like
that's
that.
not even going to work for you, because you, first and foremost, you have a daughter who has other special ailments. So you can't even look at this and handle or approach it the same way.
Bam! I like that.
I had
We
to
can
learn
learn.
to allow my parents or other adults to be able to give me constructive criticism.
Ooh.
I had to learn that, because this is my child. I'm the mama,
Yeah.
and that's
Oh,
it.
that's
and
a good one.
I had to learn that,
That's a good one.
they're wiser. They've been there and they've done that.
Yeah.
And I had to learn how to take that constructive criticism, not as a fault
Yeah.
or me being like completely in error, but to better me. I mean, even with every child, because I had a support system, and that's a beautiful thing to have your parents, or I had 11 brothers and sisters,
Wow.
so they had a big surrounding around them. I had to learn to be okay with allowing others to redirect or correct my children
That's
without wanting to run up in their mouth or
I
check them.
second
Right.
that.
Yeah.
That's
That's
good-
beautiful. Be able to take
Yeah.
to be able to
I
take
second
criticism.
that.
Yeah.
That that's a hard pill to swallow.
It
is.
And I
Yes,
can say I went on that journey, and my personal experience was, it was that one reflective moment in the bathroom where God was just like, stop asking for the help that I've already given to you.
Come on now.
And it was like he shook me, but it was such a gentle,
Yeah.
loving shake. And
But it
he
got
just-
your attention.
Yeah.
Definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I had to go back and I had to apologize and repent for my wrongdoings and accept my wrongdoings in the relationships that I've had
Yeah.
and that God had granted to me.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And just like with learning things, learning about ourselves, learning about our children, what's something that y'all actually had to unlearn? Because y'all said something when y'all were like, I'm the mother, this
Yeah.
is my house,
Yeah.
what I say goes. My mother used to tell me, I don't care if my dead daddy come in here
Yeah.
and tell you to do
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
you better not do it. And it's like,
Yeah.
so what's something y'all actually had to unlearn as a mother?
As a mother, I had to unlearn what was instilled in me. What goes on in my house, stay in my house. I had to unlearn that.
Wow.
Because of course it was passed down to me.
Yeah.
Well, what about if something's wrong in my house?
Yeah.
So I'm telling my child to sit and not say anything. That means sit and don't even say nothing to me as the mother. Because see, their little minds, immature minds, can take it as that.
Yeah.
I can't even talk to my mom, or I can't talk to my dad.
Yeah.
So I had to unlearn that.
Yeah.
Now, having folks to mind their business, that's something different.
That's
I tell
different.
London all the time. If somebody's asking you something, you say,
Yeah.
ask my mom.
Yeah.
But I had to unlearn, listen, what goes on in my house, stay in my house. If you was bit by the dog or something, who you gonna tell?
Right.
You know, something
Right.
simple as that.
Yeah.
And I had to unlearn telling my kids to hush when they was trying to talk.
Yes.
Wow.
They're trying to explain and say, hush, I don't want to hear it, I'm busy.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear. I had to
Oh,
unlearn
man.
that.
Yes.
Because that's what I
so
dealt
good.
with. I'm not trying to
That's
hear
so
it.
good.
Just be quiet, and they really trying to tell you what's
Stay in
going
the child's
on.
place.
Yes.
Shut up. Go get out of
Yes.
here.
Those right there,
Yeah.
those are honestly, that's my trigger.
Yeah.
Even still to this day, because it was just like there were certain things that I needed to get out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
because I had to stay in a child's place, I had no voice.
Yeah.
So what I was second with what she stated, but for me it was making sure that my children had a voice.
Yeah.
That they knew that they had their own identity and it wasn't based on their mother,
Yeah.
their father, or their grandparents, but each of my children had their own voice, not your sister's voice.
Right.
Yeah.
But you have your own voice. How do you feel? How are you today?
Yeah.
Don't tell me about anyone else.
Right.
I want to know about you.
Yeah.
Check in with me.
Yeah. And, like both of you all said, you dealt with a period of like singleness, having to do everything, wear all the hats. How do you manage that time with your children? 5 and 3 of them. How do you say, okay, I see London need a little love today. Let me spend some time with her. Or, my other kid, I see they're kind of struggling today. Let me call them or whatever. How do y'all balance that? Or how can you identify that? I heard it's a mother's intuition, but how
I
would you
will
explain
agree.
that?
And resources.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Whatever your
it's-
support system.
Exactly. It's mother's intuition, but it's really good, again, when you're having more than one child. I don't have favorites,
That's
But
key.
that's,
No
I don't
favorites,
have
no
favorites.
favorites.
However, I do have special relationships.
Yes.
with each child is completely different. I can go and have girl talk with my 22-year-old and tell her all the business from the ruler to the tutor. I can't do that with a 26-year-old because she's straight militant. She's not trying to hear that. You know, she's black and white. Like literally, there's no pink, there's no gray.
What?
It's literally her nickname is the Warden, and it's straight black and white, and it's always been like that. But the second one, she's like my wildflower. You know, she can, from the hair to whatever. It's just a special relationship. Now I have twin boys. They're not identical, they're fraternal, but I'm thinking twins, they're going to be the same.
Yeah.
At the same time, completely different. I had to literally make sure I set aside and learned each child.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to learn your children. When they come here, you haven't had that child before. So you don't have any history. There's no back history. So as a parent, I would encourage anybody to learn each child individually.
Yes.
And just because one child began to act that way, it doesn't mean that the next child will begin to act that way. You have to have a special relationship with each one of them.
And the quicker you accept who your child is, the stronger your relationship is able to grow and cultivate into what God wants it to be.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
one thing that I know is the expectations. Like, when you go into any relationship with expectation, if I expect my daughter to be a doctor and she wants to be a football player,
Right,
whatever the
yeah.
case may be,
Yeah.
that's her voice, that's her life, that's what she wants to do. Who am I to throw my identity or what my experience or what I want for her
Right.
onto her? That's not fair to her.
Yeah.
That's her life.
Yeah.
I should be able to live my life the way that I want to, so why shouldn't my child?
That's true. That's true. That's true. Then just being able to hear y'all say, like, I look at my kids, I can identify, I know who I can go to for what. That's a beautiful thing because there's so many women, young women, and even older ladies. I've met, older women who didn't have that connection and that relationship with their mother.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure those watching, like, it's kind of like, wow. Even if they wish they had it or they do have it, it's like, that's a beautiful thing,
It's
to
a
see
second
that.
chance. Honestly, motherhood to me is like a second chance because growing up, I didn't have this strong of a bond as I do now with my mom. However, when God blessed me with my children, I was able to cultivate what it was that I did not have or I didn't feel I had at that time.
Yeah.
And through the relationships with my children, I never allow myself to not be a student.
Yeah.
My children teach me each and every day because, like she stated, we're outdated. We're outdated. And so for me to keep up with their new norms, I have to have the conversations where I'm not, hush child, fall back.
Yeah, you sometimes got to listen to that story going around and around.
Listen. To me, that's the most important thing of any relationship, having the ability to listen.
Yeah.
Because when you listen to a person, you can truly understand and feel and know what it is that, or discern properly what information, knowledge to give to them at that time. So you're not leaning or they're not leaning on their own understanding.
That's true. Ooh, we got to do a part 2 of this because I didn't get everything out I wanted to ask. But I do like spreading love and talking about love. And it's really on my heart right now that somebody is going to watch this or is watching this and feel like, I wish I had that. So if someone is watching this or listening to this, what advice would y'all give them? Maybe their relationship with their mother is just tarnished. Maybe they didn't have that growing up, like you just said. Like, what advice would y'all give to them from a mother?
Be it. Be it. The best thing you can do is become it. Be it. Everything that you desire, don't say, I want that or I have a desire. Be it. Walk in it. Because when you're walking into that, there's no way you can't have access to it. Yeah. But when your mind is saying that, I don't have that relationship or I'm longing for, create it. We live in a world where we literally can create whatever it is.
That's true.
We have access. God has given us free range to create with Him. So whatever it is that you desire, be that.
So
be that boss, be that mother, be that best friend, be that wife, be that glorious, magnificent person that you desire. Just be it.
So you saying if my relationship with my mother don't work because my mom always have an attitude, then I just need to be that love I want to see from her.
Because hurt people hurt people. So I can't expect for her to understand the love that I am trying to give to her. All I can do is focus on that love. Yeah. Because if I focus on the love that she has in her, then that's not allowing me to be me.
That's true.
That's deterring and distracting me from my light because I'm focusing on the dim or I'm focusing on the darkness. I have to focus on the light and be the light whatever atmosphere I walk into, I must be that light.
I do agree with you on that one. Yeah, Mom.
I would first like to encourage the parents, the mothers, don't be their friends. Don't be your child's friend. And for the child to understand and growing up, don't be upset because they've separated the mother or the parenting from the child. Remember that you're going to have children one day, and that firm hold or that firm no or that firm whatever it is we're not friends. We're not cool like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to train you and show you that this is what needs to be done to prepare you for life. So if there is a relationship issue, try to understand why those things happen. Ask, communicate, because a lot of times there's no communication. So what you may deem as me being hard to you is me giving you structure or being firm with you so that you understand that we're going to eat you up. But it ain't going to eat you up if I remembered everything my mom said.
Right.
Everything
I got my mama's voice in the back of my
me for
head.
this.
That
Exactly.
wisdom. Get to the root.
Exactly.
That
So
wisdom.
a lot of times you misconstrue what structure or firmness or guidance is because it's not what you want as the child right then, but it's a purpose. There's a reason.
I love that. Yeah, we gotta do a part 2, y'all. We gotta bring it back, and I'm about to get London back on there so we can talk, one-on-one. But thank you, ladies, for being here today. Those of you watching, listening in, I hope you gained something from this conversation. No matter if you are a mother, want to be a mother, praying to be a mother, dealing with the relationship. Hey, this is the show for you, and I hope you all took something from it. But thank you so much, ladies. Everyday love.
Everyday love.
Everyday love.
Thank you.